Good morning, everyone. I am back on the grind, getting my sweat equity in. As I was out walking this morning, enjoying the beautiful outdoors, I was reminded of my childhood, you know. And as I walked and thought, I was moved to come on here and share this message with um, educators, wannabe educators, and folks that are in the community working with our kids, and how important your presence, your integrity, your positive affirmations, and your commitment to be a thriving force, outlet or inlet to the future. We are educators and folks that work with kids. You have chosen to be the difference, the change maker in their lives. You chose that. And with choosing that, you are you signed up to be the difference, not the problem, not adding to the problem. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. As a kid, I used to bring my brother to school. I was fourth grade. He was in, I think, third or fourth or fifth. Not sure, but we used to live on between Martin Luther King at the corner of LaSalle. So Martin Luther King and LaSalle, and I would bring him to the Dries Y, which is on Jackson and Dries. So if you're from New Orleans, you know the distance in that. And I would have to bring him every morning, and I would be so angry, so upset with my mama because I would have to go to school and I would always be late or cutting it close, or just the the navigating getting him to school and me back to school was taxing. It was a lot. It was hurtful, and I would, be so upset and so angry. And there's so many things that would be going through my mind, having to get up, knowing the journey I had walking him to school, and because he was very active. I used to say he was bad, but thinking back, he was just acting his age. And we really need to. Hopefully, we can be conscious of our words in bad and just active. He was just active. But anyway, the process for me was excruciating, right? I had to leave, bring him to school, and all that entailed, and then hurry up and get myself back to school. Now, my school was literally across the street and through the courts from my house. And I would be angry and mad with my mama every time I had to do that. Every time. Because it didn't matter how early we left or how late we left. Whatever time we left, I still was rushing to get back. On the way back, I encountered people trying to kidnap me. Um, watch people get high in all shapes. Um, watch drug deals, just everything that happens along the route, right, in Central City streets. And I'll never forget. My whole thing was, I'm gonna be late for the morning announcement. I'm gonna be late for the morning announcement. I used to love that they chose me, but I hated that they chose me because the anxiety of getting there was just overwhelming, right? But me being me, I rose to the occasion. But I would cry on the journey, on the way, running, skipping, walking to school, just trying to make it, not having a watch, not knowing what time it was, just knew that everything was of urgency, right? And all my anger, all my hurt feelings, everything I was so upset about and hurt by, and didn't know it then, but now traumatized by, went out the way, out the door when I would get on the strip to school, and there was Dr. Arthur Age there hurrying us on, getting us, encouraging us to hurry up, and it's okay. We're almost there. Celebrating us in our desire to be on time. The way he encouraged us and supported us, but still ushered us, was so impactful to me. I will never forget him. And making it in time to say, "Good morning, Dr. Age, teachers and students of the William J. Gus Elementary School. Please stand for the national anthem." Well, we don't do that national anthem thing anymore. But hey, that was part of my process. That was part of my joy. But I came on here to say to you all, I've said this to many folks before. Do not take what you, and wait, let me double back. My teachers at William J. Gus were phenomenal. My favorite teacher was Dr. Hatch. But let me help you understand something. If they had personal issues, they did not project them to us. They taught us to be great, to have an expectation for ourselves, because they had one for themselves. With that being said, I've told folks before, be mindful of that child that's coming to you, because they have do not take what their behavior personal, because there's so much that they endure before they get to your door, before they get off the bus, while they're on the bus, and when they get off the bus. There's so much happening from the time they leave their doors, because there's so much happening behind closed doors in their home. And the journey from their home to school to you, sometimes it's unbelievable and unimaginable to folks what our kids are experiencing. I'm telling you firsthand that had it not been for those folks speaking into my life and being the positive affirmation that I did not know I needed, I do not know where I would be right now. I don't know how my mindset would be right now. They did not take whatever was going on with me personally to heart. They supported. They knew my mom was young. They supported my mom. Even when she said no, they still supported her. They still supported her. Even if they didn't like what she was doing, and even if they talked about her, I never knew it. I never knew it. There was a level of professionalism that, and responsibility and accountability that those teachers took, and that they stood for at William J. Gus Elementary School. I'm pretty sure there's educators all over the world like that. I know there are. However, in my story, in my walk, those were the best teachers in the world. Now, I say all of this to say, school is starting. School has started. Be mindful of these babies and what they are enduring. Be mindful that every home is not the same. And just because you have not experienced it does not mean that that's not their walk. It does not mean that they're crazy. It does not mean that, or the mom or these parents need to pull their shit together. All it means is, yeah, they do. But have they been equipped with what they need to pull themselves together? Do they know what they need to know to do that? Do they have the fucking tools? Just asking. And if you have not done your part to provide them with the tools, keep your judgment to yourself. Do your job, Be the best person that you are and be the light into a child's life. Keep your judgment, share your insight, share your knowledge, share your integrity, share everything positive. God, folks, you chose to be in this space. I don't care if you chose to be in this space to pay off a loan. Damn it, you still chose to be in this space. And when you choose to be in the space, you're responsible for the things that you do because you made a decision. So, I've seen many instructors and many people take things that kids do personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. I'm not saying that kids don't have to be checked. They have to be checked. They have to be guided too. In your checking, it should be checking towards guidance. So, and I know there's people have experienced more worse things than I have, but that's my story. My story was I was a little girl who had a whole load of shit, who had a heavy load walking into my school. And had it not been for the folks bringing me into love and letting me know that it's gonna be okay, and letting me know that whatever happened before you got in school, it's okay. You're here now. Those words were said to me, to us. You are here now. Let's work. Let's work. Yeah, and I know some people are going to be saying, well, that didn't solve the problem. It didn't solve the problem. However, it didn't escalate the problem. It didn't mask the problem. It just compartmentalized the problem so I can be an effective learner. Right? So I can be an effect. I can learn without I can think without all of those barriers and all of that trauma and all of that stuff in my head. Right? Be intentional with how you speak and how you navigate this world of education. You are not there just to teach, right? You have a whole person in front of you. You're not just there to teach the subject that you teach. I will say that. You're not there just to teach the subject that you teach. You are there to make a difference. And if you did not know that before, well, now you know. I'm just here to do my job. Then get another damn job. Because guess what? When you're part of education, education is to teach, guide, instruct. If you're there just to teach a subject, consult. If you're there just to teach a subject, teach the teachers. Because you have a whole lives that are dependent on you, whether they realize it or not, to be the difference, to be the positive addition, to be the support, to be a part of a team that guides them to a better life. Not a different life, a better life. And a better life means including the family, their environment, being knowledgeable of what is happening outside of your four walls. Because guess what? You could be there just to teach, but they won't let you teach because they are dealing with everything else outside of the classroom. Classroom management for your asses. You can't teach if they can't learn or they ain't willing to learn. They want to, but their head is in a different headspace. So what are you going to do? I challenge you to do whatever you need to do as an educator when those babies are in your space. I challenge you to do what you need to do to provide the most positive, happy, supportive, educational environment that you possibly can to a child. Remember, they will remember you. It's up to you to pick. It's up to you to determine how they will remember you. So, with that, I say, do the right thing. Be your best. If you're not here for the betterment of a community, a family, a child, pick another profession. That's from T to Shell. You heard me? Talk to y'all later from these third Wall streets. Love you.